You pull and you push. That's all the way back. Damn, okay. To get to know the Nissan Note better. The Note was introduced in 2004 as a super mini or super compact hatchback in a segment known as the B segment, which is the second smallest of the European segments for passenger cars. Described as small cars, it is equivalent to a subcompact category in the States and the super mini category in Britain. Cars in this category are such as Toyota Yaris, VW Polo, the Ford Fiesta, and the Peugeot 208. And an even smaller segment is the A segment, which has cars like the VW Up, the Fiat 500, Toyota Aygo, and the likes, which I'll just group as city cars because of their ease to spin around tight city roads, especially in Britain and our crazy roads here in Kenya. The Note was introduced in 2004 as a 5-door hatchback with intelligent key with proximity sensors, arched roofline, double-deck 4-slot grille, 17-inch alloy wheels, and brushed aluminium display panels with satellite navigation screen, which doesn't work in Kenya. In 2010, the car came with a few new colors. One of them is the car we have here, which has the frost green Titan metallic, and the other two, I'm going to butcher this so hard, blue turquoise Titan pearl metallic, and amethyst grey pearl metallic. Sweating already. Anyway, let me jump to the future with this just to see where the Note is at the moment. In 2017, the second generation Note was replaced by the French-built K14 Micra for the European market. The Micra is just the Nissan March, but now with different region, different name. While in North America, Note was discontinued in 2019 due to decrease in demand for subcompact hatchbacks in the region. In late 2016, the Note was introduced with a series of hybrid drivetrains as the Note e-Power. What I'm more excited about is that the Note got a Nismo badge, which again I hope it's not just been tattooed, but it got some grunt to it. Anyway, I'm more drawn to the looks of the second gen Note, even though it's reduced dimensions. So starting with the boot, just a flick of your wrist, pops, and goes all the way up. Not too tall, I'm about 6 foot tall, and my head can't go under the boot. Nice, it's a quite small car, but getting in, you have your wide load bay to easily put in your luggages and such things. The area is quite flat, and for depth, I'm touching the seat, and the boot reaches around my elbow. To take down the seat square is just pull the tab and push your seat forward. And the same thing to the other side, pull up, push it forward. One thing that sucks is that I have to go down so low to get into the boot. From there you get a really flat load bay. Underneath here you have more storage. Pull this up, you have quite a huge space down here to put whatever you want guys to see from the outside. And continue to the other side again. But if you didn't know much about this car, you think that's the end of it, but no. Nissan and these Toyota, let me say Japanese cars, know how to use the space well. So if you go down here, that opens and you have your spare wheel down there. Your space of spare wheel. With a bit more space, you can hide some more things down here that you know people won't really find. You can put them down here. To close the boot, you have your latch here. Yeah, for shorter people or for children, you can grab here and pull. Just bring it down easily. You don't have to bang it. Simple close. And it's closed. Getting into the back of the Nissan Note. I hope it's not too dark in here. I hope you guys can see me. But getting into the back, it's roomy. I have a lot of headspace. Leg space is quite wide too. For a really small car, this car has a lot of space, like massive amounts of space. Like children can have an amazing time here at the back, where they can have their food. It's quite a bit high for a child, but I'm thinking for putting your drinks, stuff like this, it fits pretty well. Your armrest here with the 2 cup holders for the 2 passengers on the side. Your transmission tunnel is small, so you can have 3 guys sitting here at the back comfortably, and the center seat is soft too. Guys my size would have issues with their shoulders rubbing together, but you can squeeze 3 people in here at the back, or you can do 2 kids, 2 adults on the outer seats. Other things I like is that you have your space here to keep your things, if it's books, drink pads for children, small files, and small things that you have to keep here at the back to keep the guys at the back entertained. For an Uber, they can have magazines or whatever and such thing. Moving into the front seat. First weird thing I noticed is that this is how far the back seat will move back, and for someone my height, I can take back the seat this way, yes, and be comfortable, but that's alarming. That's new. I thought it would go back further, and for it to come forward, it comes pretty close. So for really short guys, this is the car for you. If you're really short, like yo, they've made a car for everyone. I think a child can drive this car. Then visibility is good all around, so yeah, literally anybody can drive this car. The windows are quite big, so you can see all around really well. The steering wheel moves up and down, and that's the highest setting again. So as I was saying, this car can be driven easily with anybody. It's a comfortable car to drive. The seats, the thing with Nissans, they make really comfortable seats, especially the front seats are really quite comfortable. I like that you have, everybody here has their own handrest, you have a spot here to keep your sunglasses or whatever, your keys, if you want, and other bits and bobs. Down here you have 2 cup holders where you can keep again your drinks or your juice. It's like a 1 liter one, and it fits perfect. Your gear shift does not touch it or anything, so that's good. Your door cards are quite small, just for keeping documents, your driving license, and anything other small that you need to put. Rather than having one glove box here that everybody can get to know about, there's a hidden one, a second hidden one underneath that is so deep, like you can hide a baby in here. Okay, not a baby, don't put your babies in here, don't. But you can hide something really big in here, and nobody will even figure out there's a big space in there. Like you can till I'm nearly disappearing in this car, but yeah. First glove box and second hidden glove box in there. Amazing. Getting into the engine bay here is with a simple fluid hoist on the driver's side, and there's no gas struts here. You have to put in the work. Well, you guys already know the drill by now. It's a running car, and the engine being like this is expected. The Nissan Note came with 3 engines: a 1.4 liter inline 4 cylinder, 88 horsepower with 137 Newton meters of torque. The second one was a 1.5 liter inline 4 with 109 horsepower and 148 Newton meters of torque. And the third engine was a 1.6 liter inline 4 with 110 horsepower and 153 Newton meters of torque. And these engines were paired with either a 5-speed manual trans or a 4-speed automatic transmission. Well, to conclude, I love the color of this car. So much that I think that if you're buying a B segment or a small hatchback like this, you should have the chance to play with your colors. Get a crazy color and it will stand out. As you've seen on the pictures I put at the starting of the video, the colors like gold or green or whatever it is just make the car look more fun and more appealing, to me that is. But again, to each their own. Nissans are known to be quite reliable, and the engines you see here are quite fuel efficient. If you see them being bought a lot in the masses, now you know why. Lastly, a fun fact, all the Matatus you see on the road right now, the old ones, most of them are Nissans. and you can see the engines just keep on going and going without any issue. As long as you service them and keep them going, the body might fail, but the engine will keep on going. So I have no gripes with the Nissan, and I think it's an amazing car.